how many 7-card rummy hands would contain 3 kings, 2 sevens, 1 queen, and 1 10? Well, let's start by quickly looking at these cards in our deck. We know that in a deck of cards, there's a total of 4 kings. There's also a total of 4 sevens, 4 queens, and 4 tens. Okay? These numbers represent what n is equal to. Right? N is the total number of options to choose from. But for our rummy hand, we are selecting certain numbers from this pool of 4. The kings, we want to select exactly 3 of them. That's what R is equal to in this case. We have 4 kings in total, and we want to select just 3 of them. For the 7, we are wanting to just select 2 sevens. The queens, we want a single queen. And for the 10s, we also want just a single 10. Now, each of these relationships here can be described using a combination. Our kings would be described as 4 choose 3. And our sevens would be described as 4 choose 2. Our queens, 4 choose 1. And our tens, 4 choose 1. Now, since we want all of these cards to be in our hand together, in other words, these cards are all going into the same hand, we have to use the fundamental counting principle. And that means that we have to multiply the combinations of the kings, sevens, queens, and tens together. You also might have noticed the and here in the sentence, and that usually tells you if there's an and, that means multiply the combinations of the separate objects together. So we could go ahead and plug all of these numbers into our formula, and I'll write it out here. We have 4 factorial divided by 3 factorial multiplied by 4 minus 3 factorial, which is just 1 factorial. And that's our kings. Our sevens is 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial multiplied by 4 minus 2 factorial, which is 2 factorial. And then we have 4 factorial divided by 1 factorial multiplied by 4 minus 1, or 3 factorial. And then the same one here for the tens. You could go through and simplify these values. We would end up with our 4 terms there, being 4 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4. And that gives us a total number of 7-card rummy hands equaling 384.